Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Saskatchewan Construction Safety Association's annual general meeting. I'll be your MC. Thrilled to be here. My name's Jamie Nye. I'm from the Green Zone on 980 CJME in the south, and of course, here in Saskatoon out of 650 CKOM. And the SCSA has been a trusted safety partner, of course, for 29.95 years, because on March 22nd, in just a few days, the SCSA is celebrating the 30th anniversary of the association. Congratulations to the SCSA on marking 30 years of keeping Saskatchewan's construction safety top of mind in our province. I've been around as a partner with this for about a third of that, I would say, maybe more, as the endorser on the radio stations. So I've been learning a lot with Colin and Ed and now Amber when it comes to the safety of the construction industry, whether it be the new, VR things you guys are doing, online training, all that stuff. You have personal safety, falls trips. But I told Colin we need a cheese grater course because that could be helpful for me going forward. But it's been a great partnership because when it comes to sports and construction, I think success is pretty even across any industry. Leadership, training, practice, all those things lead to success. So it's great to see many of you here, industry professionals, stakeholders, gathered here this afternoon in this wonderful room, by the way, at Wanuskewin. The event is about coming together, of course, sharing ideas, reflecting on the year, and looking ahead for the future of the Saskatchewan construction industry. But before we begin, I want to acknowledge that we are meeting on Treaty 6 territory, the traditional lands of the Cree, Dakota, Nakota, Saulteaux, and homeland of Métis Nation. We respect and appreciate the history and contributions of the Indigenous communities to this land. And of course, again, thankful to Wanuskewin for hosting this group this morning in this beautiful space. And we extend our gratitude to the team here at Wanuskewin. But we do have a great agenda ahead for this morning. And as a safety association, we always like to start our events with a safety moment. So please join me in welcoming Sue Babcock, an advisor out of the Saskatoon office, who will share some important safety reminders.
Good morning, everybody. Lovely to see some familiar and some new faces that are here. Lovely for that. So my name is Sue Babcock. I am an advisor out of the Saskatoon office, and I just am going to talk about a couple of things for some housekeeping. So first and foremost, you can just take a moment and you can take a look around. There's a few marked exits that are here. If there is an emergency, we're just going to ask you to go down the hallway. Follow the buffalo prints on the way out to the front. Muster point will be at the big tree. That was what I was told to call it, the big tree. You will see it when you get out there. If we do have a situation where we need an AED or a first aid kit, you can find that at the reception desk up front. Who here has first aid? I do. Okay, so almost everybody. That's great. These people are your friends if there is a situation where we will need any type of first aid. And then just as a reminder for our members, if you ever do need anything, if you have questions, you would like demos to come out, you need assistance with preparing for audits, please do reach out to us. We are around. There's a couple of us that are here today. A couple of my colleagues. Carrie, you can wave. Where are you there? Oh, Carrie, there you are. And we also have our brand new advisor that has just joined us here, and he's also there to provide. So if you have any questions, make sure to let us know. And other than that, I'll turn it back over to Jamie.
Well, thank you, Sue. But now we're going to get to the business portion of today's meeting. And of course, you're going to hear updates on the association's progress, key initiatives, the direction for the future. And for that, it is my pleasure to introduce my radio partner on some of our hot calls and endorsement messages, and my background vocalist on Carpool Karaoke from a few years ago, the president of the SCSA, Colin Poular.
Thanks, Jamie. And like Jamie said, for probably about a decade, I've had the chance to work with the team at Relco. And they have been absolutely instrumental in helping us amplify a message, just on an ordinary message, but stuff that's to provoke thought in really creative and positive ways. I actually met with Pam Leyland, Relco's president, just a couple of days ago to share that. And one thing I brought up, and people, Jamie said we've been singing together. there are some people that actually have called us Hall & Oates, and the Hall & Oates of safety or something. So a couple of years ago, Jamie and some of their team members gave me a really nice photo of the two of us. And so if you're of that era, be sure, yeah, that's Florida. That's not exactly Hall & Oates music, but Florida. So anyways, I really appreciate you doing this for us, Jamie. That picture sits in my office, by the way, if anyone wants to visit. So again, greetings to all of you, and welcome to all of our members. Welcome to Wanuskewin here. Again, as you know, when you've heard it, we're here on Treaty 6 territory. We also have offices in Treaty 4 territory in Regina. And again, just thank you as members, supporters, and guests who are, particularly those who are watching on the live stream as well, who can't be here because we know we have a number of people. I'd like to just also quickly acknowledge we from Saskatoon on behalf of Mayor and Council, Councillor Randy Donauer, Ward 5. Thank you for coming. I see our CEO from WCB, Phil Germain. I thought, I was like, was that him? Is that my colleague from the Construction Association of Saskatchewan, Shannon Friesen, and brought along her chair, who actually is, it was your fault I work here. It's Jeff Haggerty, who's also the chair of the Construction Association of Saskatchewan. Now, to officiate the formal part of this, I'd like to just introduce to you who will be our incoming chair, Mr. Brian Barber, who is the Senior Vice President for the Prairies for Leadcore Construction. And I invite him to come up and lead the formal business portion of the meeting. Please get excited. I told him he's gonna have to pump up the room for us before Tyler gets up. So anyways, please welcome Brian Barber.
Well, thanks, Colin, and thanks, Jamie. Welcome to the 30th Annual General Meeting of the SCSA. That in itself is a watermark, 30 years we should all be proud of. This is the business portion of the meeting, our annual AGM, and so the first order of business is to call the meeting to order. And I'll start with some introductions of incoming and past board members. Please wave or stand once I call your name. Dana Padel, welcome. TJ King, Corey Johnson, Ben Miller, Ben's here or not, Elijah Benke, Kevin Anderson, I don't think Kevin's here, and our incoming board members, Bobby Lynn Stewart, Bert Royer, Justin Leisner. Welcome, welcome. And our outgoing board members, I don't think they are here. Dion Malikoff, Carolyn Bagnall, and Ryan Juransky. Certainly want to thank them for their service. A couple of housekeeping items. The voting rules, only B-rate code companies can vote or make a motion, and only one representative per B-rate code company can be the designated voter. So with that, and without further ado, item 2.0 on our agenda is the adoption of the agenda. I'd call for a motion to approve the agenda. Elijah, TJ, call for the question. Any opposed? Hearing and seeing none, that agenda is adopted. Next item on the agenda is the adoption of the minutes of March 7th, 2024. Could I have a motion to approve, please? Corey, thank you. Seconder, Dana. Any further discussion? Call for the question. Any opposed? Hearing and seeing none, those minutes are adopted. 4.0, business arising out of the minutes. We don't have anything specific there, which brings us to 5.0, which is the annual report, a copy of which is on your table, as well as the transparency report. We won't be formally presenting on the reports within the annual report, but I would like to comment that we've had another excellent year at the SCSA. Accidents are down. We continue to do a good job of promoting safety awareness amongst the industry and amongst our colleagues. So well done on that front. Call for a motion to adopt the annual report. Mover, please. TJ, thank you. Seconder, Elijah, thank you. Any further discussion? Call for the question. Any opposed? Hearing and seeing none, that annual report is adopted. Some more heavy lifting here, the riveting stuff. Item 6.0 is the 2024 Auditor's Report and financial statements, which are part of your package. I'd call for a motion for approval of that, please. Bert, Elijah, any further discussion? Call for the question. Any opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Those auditors' report and financial statements are approved. Item 7.0 is the appointment of the 2025 auditor. It's pretty self-explanatory. Call for a motion, please. Dana, thank you. TJ, seconder, thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, call for the question. Any opposed? The appointment of the 2025 auditor is approved. That brings us to 8.0 as a resolution regarding the acts of officers and directors. And this motion calls for acts and decisions of the officers and directors of the Saskatchewan Construction Safety Association throughout 2024 to be ratified and approved. Motion, please. Dana, TJ. Any further discussion? Call for the question. Any opposed? Seeing none, that resolution is carried. 9.0 is the appointment of the 2025 Board of Directors, and I'd call for a motion to reappoint Dana Pidell, Brian Barber, Ben Miller, and to appoint Ashley McConnell Quinnell, Bobby Lynn Stewart, Justin Leisner, and Bert Royer. Who wants to make that motion? Thank you. Seconder, TJ, thank you. Any further discussion? Call for the question. Any opposed? Hearing and seeing none. That is your new 2025 Board of Directors for the Saskatchewan Construction Safety Association. Welcome, new board members. And that brings us to 10.0 in rapid fashion. A motion to adjourn. Thanks, Bert. Thanks for your time and effort. It's nice to get that business out of the way. It's a bit of a technicality at an AGM, so I want to thank you for your cooperation, and I'll turn it back over to Jamie.
Can you run meetings at Rolco? We'd be here all afternoon to run through that much business that quickly. Thank you for the update and the business portion. We are going to break for lunch.